like, I'm on the top of the pedestal. Like, I came from a week straight of, man, Overshown he's awesome. He's been balling. Like, man, he should have got the Turkey Bowl MVP. Like, man, he was balling. But that just goes to show you, like, you know, God's plan. Like, you can be at the top of the top, and you know, be right here. Just, you know, the following week.
Well, Thanksgiving is approaching us, so it's a lot to be thankful for. Of course, not just football, but for DeMarvion Overshown coming in studio. I know you're very busy, so I appreciate you taking the time to sit down with me and, you know, let everyone, Cowboys Nation, get to know you for this First and 10 presented by JCPenney. But I know last year it was more of a get to know you type of story, but this one's a little bit deeper because you've overcame a lot. You know, for those who don't know, we're gonna get to that story in just a few, but you're 2 games back from a season-ending injury. You suit up for the first time against Las Vegas. You're back, you know, in your rare form, Agent Zero. Talk about what you feel in that moment.
A lot, really, you know, built up from the injury last year, going through the rehab, the recovery, you know, losing a brother and Marshawn, I think was the biggest emotional battle, like going into the game, which was something like, you know, you can never prepare for. Like you never know when tragic stuff like that is going to happen. So, you know, there's some mixed emotions going into my first game. Of course, I was excited, but I found a new love and excitement for the game also when you just, you know, look around and you see who you're doing it with and doing it for, and you know the stories of, you know, your brothers and your teammates. So it's like, when I went out there, it was more so, how can I make this enjoyable for everybody? Not just enjoy the moment myself, but how can we all enjoy this moment? It was really just about winning. I want to win so I can just enjoy the team. Like, I want to see everybody happy. Like, it's going to be cool if I make it out the game and yeah, I played, but it's going to be fun and real cool when we win and I get to celebrate. So,
hey man, the energy's been missed for sure. You can see it on the film, you can see it on the sideline, but when you talk about the tape, you see that fearless mentality, that physical mentality from you. When I was watching the film with Jalen Hurts, I know you beat a couple of offensive linemen off blocks. You take him down, Devontae Smith trying to cut back in, and you take him down in open field. Do you feel like Agent Zero is physically, mentally back 100%?
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, of course, the game of NFL football, like, you get comfortable back playing and stuff, and just finding like the little details, the little holes in coverages and stuff that, you know, usually take a little bit time to really get a feel for. But, you know, I'm back to myself, like physically, mentally, like enjoying the game like I did before. Like, I feel like this whole rehab and recovery, like I said throughout the whole time, was way easier, and I was already mentally preparing myself to be back in top shape, you know, before I even came back, because I knew like what I was capable of doing before I did get injured. So that confidence never left. I was like, look, once I get healthy, like, I'm gonna be Agent O, you know, DeMarvion Overshown again. Like, ain't nobody gonna be able to take that away from me. That's all, you know, within myself. So, you know, I definitely wasn't nervous, didn't feel no type of pressure. It was more so on how can, you know, I get back to where I wanna be. Not so much of what everybody else see and like, when do they think Agent O back?
I remember you telling me that too, like, I'm gonna be back for sure. What was that moment that you realized I'm back?
It would have to be probably either one of my sideline hits. I actually ended up getting fined for one of them in the Vegas game, but one of the late hits, and maybe really this past game versus the Eagles, you know, you get those open field tackles. Like, I really didn't get that much versus the Raiders. So I feel like this game I was actually to get my hands on people and take them to the ground. So I've been waiting on that. So when you make plays like that, especially in the open field versus, you know, Saquon, Devontae, guys like that, like, ain't too many people doing that in the league. And you're talking about a guy that just came off of ACL, MCL, PCL, doing that in his second game back. I would say I'm back. Like, everything else that I do now is like, it's gonna be extra. Me trying to show that I'm one of the best. So, but I'm definitely back.
You had to make your presence.
Yeah.
Felt, you know?
It just, I wanted to. You know, the first game, it was like, my energy was felt, but was my presence felt? Like, the box, we don't say that. You turn on the film, like, oh, okay. Like, yeah, he was running around, but did the offense really feel him?
I think I even saw you. There was one play where you dove across like 3 or 4 guys just to try to tackle Saquon Barkley. I'm like, yo.
I'm trying to make the play. Like I tell people all the time, like it's a race to the ball. Like if you don't meet me there, like you better beat me there. 'Cause I'm trying to get there. I don't care what, how late it is in the down, how early it is in the down. Like as soon as I get my eye on the ball and like it's time for me to go, I'm going. I'm getting there. Like and nobody's gonna stop me from getting there.
I want to take you back to the beginning, right? 2023, 3rd round pick. You come in, have a great camp, tear your ACL. Then you come back 2024, having a hell of a year. Lead the team in tackles, third Cowboy, since 1982 to have at least 5 sacks, forced fumble and interception, fumble recovery in a single season. And then December 2024, you tear your ACL, your MCL, your PCL. What's going through your mind at that moment?
It's actually crazy because a couple of my friends that I toured with the year prior, like they had tore theirs on some football stuff. It wasn't no tragic stuff like mine, but it was just like football stuff. I was thinking about it then. I'm like, if it was to happen, like, how would I react? Like, because I'm seeing, how they react, and we went through it together the first time, so we was always there to lift each other up. And I always told myself, I said, if it was to happen again, like, I wouldn't be mad. I wouldn't be mad because I know what to do, and I also know, like, if anybody's gonna go through this, like, I would rather it be me than, anybody else, because I know how to come back from it. I know, like, my energy is gonna be where it's at. I know I have all faith in God. I tell people all the time, like, I grew up and, almost every 2 months we talked about having, the faith of a mustard seed in church. I went down, I instantly looked up like, look, God, you got me. I'm just gonna do my part. And that was smiling every day, enjoying the process. I tell people all the time, and you hear it all the time, but, some of the most successful stories are built, in the darkest times. So I never got, below, not being thankful, not being grateful for where I was. I felt like I was always in the right, like I'm right where I'm supposed to be.
That was something that Shadi even said, that you came in the building every day with a smile on your face, no matter what. And obviously the known saying is God gives his toughest battles to his toughest soldiers. Yes, did you ever, I know you said you never doubted, but like, was there ever a time where you were like, dang, God, like, why me,
It's crazy because I was like, the week before, I had just caught a pick 6 Thanksgiving game. Just caught a pick 6, had a couple of tackles for loss in a big game. And then we was playing on a Monday night. So I'm like, I'm on the top of the pedestal. Like I came from a week straight of, man, Overshown he's awesome. He's been balling. Like, man, he should have got the Turkey Bowl MVP. Like, man, he was balling. But that just goes to show you, like, God's plan. Like, you can be at the top of the top and, be right here just, the following week. But, it's all about, the bounce back and, the mentally challenges that you got to challenge, like, within yourself. I tell people all the time, like, a lot of people look for external, motivation or validation. But I was like, you got to look yourself in the mirror every day and ask yourself, did I give everything that I have today? I never got down on the fact that, I got injured again, because injuries are part of the game. It's what we sign up for. It'll never scare me away from playing the way that I play with, and that's with passion and heart. I had the strongest support system that a man can ask for. And I knew once I was able to get my opportunity again, I'm blessed. Like, I was gonna do what I've been doing because I'm blessed. And, I'm one of those ones that,
come on.
Look, God got his hands on me. Like, he got his hands on me. Nothing is gonna scare me away from that. So.
I love it. You got God on your side. You got your family on your side.
Family on my side. Got the team, got the brothers.
The coaching staff, but somebody in particular, Britt Brown, who had a lot of faith in you to, come back from what you came back from. And in fact, I quote, you asked him, what I got to do to come back. He quoted and said, it's going to be hard, but anyone can do it. It's you. What did hearing that from Britt spark in you?
it sparked a fire in me just hearing from, because like we went through it before, and he seen how I train. But the thing about Britt is like he just don't butter up to anybody. Like he gonna shoot you straight. And hearing those words of validation from him, especially knowing how long he's been in this business, he done worked with some of the, the best. Matter of fact, I talked to Emmitt Smith over the summer, and he even brought up Britt Brown and how good and how great of a guy he is, and like he gonna get you back. So it was never a doubt once I heard that from Britt, because our relationship, I tell him all the time, we tell each other like, we don't nobody else know each other like we know each other in the building. And I done heard him talk about countless of players, the ones that showed up, the ones that are leaders, the one that was great, and the ones that perform at a high level, how they came in. And when he told me like, you're one of those guys, I had nothing to worry about, because I knew I was gonna come to work every day. It was just about, am I gonna be okay? He was like, you gonna be fine.
What was one of the toughest days that you guys had together? Obviously training. Was there anything that he said like, hey, you having a hard day, at training, and he kind of brought you back out of that?
When I'm going out there and I'm backpedaling, I'm trying to cut and I'll slip or something, and he'll see me get frustrated, or I come out there and I'm just not talking at all. Like he either know I'm sick or something going on. Like we stop the whole workout. We talk about it. He makes sure I'm good, because he know like when I'm myself. When I tell you, don't nobody know me like Britt. Like he know if I'm feeling down or if I'm up. And so I say like, and I told him like he never let me get down. Even when he saw me down, like he made sure he brought me up. I was smiling by the end of the workout.
We've talked before about, your upbringing, Arp, Texas, and, you and your family having some financial issues, or financial struggles, so to speak, and, your mom working tirelessly to help provide for you, your siblings. How much did you kind of draw from your upbringing to help fuel you and fuel your comeback?
I mean, everything really. I talk about my mom all the time, because she is my real life Superman, my hero. I seen my mama give her last. I seen, my mama make sure we didn't want for anything. So when, the life I live right now is easy compared to how I was brought up. Like not knowing, how to rent, or, how the water's gonna be turned on. Like that's hard.
Yeah. That's
hard. Coming here and having to rehab, getting paid lots of money, like going home to a nice house, that's easy.
Nice life to live,
That's a nice life. Like anybody would do
life.
anything to sit in my shoes, but I guarantee nobody is trying to step into, raising 4 kids, by yourself on food stamps, working 2 jobs, while playing the piano at church 2 times, 3 times a week.
Yeah.
And never complain. Like she would cry, her hands, come home, hands hurting, feet hurting from walking around working all day. But she made sure we was fed. She made sure we had clothes on our back, made sure she was at every game. So when I say the definition of the it factor, the MVP, whatever you want to call it, award, like that's my mom. That's my mom.
It factor, Mr. It factor.
Look, that's her.
See?
Look, it's no me today without her.
When you reflect on your entire journey, right? 3rd round pick, 2023, battled some injuries, been through some highs and lows of the NFL. What would old Demo tell young Demo now?
Keep going. It's gonna get better. Stay the course. Matter of fact, one of the early things I heard, it was from Leighton Vander Esch, and he told me my rookie year in fall camp, he was like, whatever you're doing, keep doing it. Whatever you're doing, keep doing it. And I already knew, like my mindset coming to this league was to be the best I can be, take care of my family. I said, if I keep those 2, the main things, like nothing is gonna be able to get in my way. Because like I said, I believe in providing and being that for my family, but I also believe in making my family proud and making myself proud, and by doing this, it does that. So, that's really what I would say. Myself now, just Stay the course, bro. Keep your mind where it says stay the course.
No, well, I know you hear this all the time from your fiance, your family, hell, Coach Shoddy, this entire staff. They're very proud of you. I'm proud of you because not everybody, like I said before, would be able to do what you do. So definitely looking forward to seeing you continue to ball out the rest of your career while I'm here in Dallas. So thank you so much. I appreciate you, Demo.
Thank you. Thank you.
Appreciate you.